Hey guys, welcome to the pod.
The Pea Pod. I'm Peas.
And I'm Ladle.
And I'm Mia.
And we've got a full ladle of peas just for you.
So let's get to it.
Ah, first try.
That was great.
Well done.
Woohoo.
Well, if
you go.
Oh, you interrupt me.
I'm sorry. Golly.
I think the fourth time he's interrupted me today.
Once.
Wrong.
Whatever. Just go.
Anyway, so as you can see, to my right is lovely Mia, and she is our special guest for today. Mia, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, first off, I'm from Wisconsin, which is going to be very important for this episode, I guess. And I'm a sophomore at Moody in the Human Services Department. I don't know. What other things do people want to know about me?
That's all you gotta say.
What's your favorite thing to do outside of God?
Outside of God. Honestly, anything artistic or musical.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really know
She's a
that.
little painter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's
A
little red-
talented.
I
Little red
dabble.
painter?
She's very
dabble.
talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan's
That's great.
repping some canary yellow
No, I'm not.
today.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not.
I swear.
Brennan was painting and got a bit of some yellow on his sweatshirt.
It's a lot of yellow.
It's a lot. You want to show the crowd?
Brennan.
Yeah,
it comes
and-
out though. It's coming out.
And it was a nearly brand new sweatshirt when this
it
event
was
took
like
place.
a day after I had purchased the
Oh.
sweatshirt.
Yeah,
It's okay.
It's okay.
You're forgiven.
Thank you.
No, you're
so
That's all I needed.
he just
Hey,
loves
this is from me.
canaries.
Yeah.
He wanted to show it off.
Whatever. It's also because I was
Beautiful color.
painting yellow in the trees and it was canary yellow. I wasn't trying to paint
There's a
the
lot of
canaries.
canaries
It
in
was
those trees.
Real.
it was high. It's supposed to be highlights
Yeah.
in the trees. We were doing Bob Ross.
Turned
and
out. that it- yeah.
did not turn out perfect. So
Still beautiful.
anyway,
Anyway, we're so happy to have
It's
you
Friday.
here today. It's Friday. It's fun day.
Gotta get down on Friday.
We were originally going to talk about skills that have been lost in the generations. However, when Mia came in today, I had been telling her about how much I despise Wisconsin.
I was triggered.
And and Mia is
As a Wisconsin native.
from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And I had this debate earlier today with another girl on our floor.
This is wild.
So we're gonna bring that here to you today. So if you're not from the Midwest and you don't know about the Midwest beef, you're about to.
yeah, for real.
You're about to be educated.
Which I'd like to start.
Oh, okay,
What?
The Midwest should be in the middle of the West.
okay.
So like I
You're
know
talking
that
like
No.
Kentucky.
I'm like
Oh.
Wyoming. Like
Oh.
the middle of the West.
The West side.
Okay.
Right, because I know that when our country started, it was like on the East Coast. That's where the main of America was, and then the Midwest was up until the Mississippi River. That was
Sure.
the west part.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why it's the Midwest, because that
Wait,
whole
what is-
part before the
What is
Louisiana,
the actual Midwest called right now?
the Midwest.
No, but like the actual.
Oh, like
what
oh,
you
first?
want
oh,
to be the
the
Midwest.
East Coast, the east part of the country.
Yeah.
There's no real spot name for it. I
East
don't think.
Coast is like Maine. I thought.
Well, there's like East
Or I'm sorry,
Coast.
West Coast. I
West
said West. I said
Oh.
East. I meant West.
How far does the West Coast go?
West Coast. I feel like it's just California.
And
Oh.
where?
I feel like it stretches from like honestly, because Colorado is not part. No, that's like the Rocky
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
There's like East Coast,
Where does the South start?
West. I don't know.
I don't know. Kentucky.
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 Yeah.
And then like Midwest, Rockies, and then West Coast. And then the South is just its own entity.
I don't know. My point
So
is,
anyways,
And then there's
my
Texas.
point is that it's still called the Midwest, and I'm fine with that. It's just like a lot of people even say that Michigan shouldn't be in the Midwest because it's way up there, which I understand that feeling, but I don't know. Wisconsin is kind of also on that top layer, so
Mhm.
Midwest is hard to
Mhm.
differentiate in my
Yeah.
head.
We're
But
in the north, if anything.
the Michigan's in the north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call us the north.
yeah,
But that's
yeah, why not?
Canada's job.
Yeah.
So, Brennan, are you what like side of the beef are you on?
I'm Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I like the golf in Wisconsin.
What?
You haven't golfed in
golf.
Wisconsin.
I haven't golfed in Wisconsin, but I
That's
have done
crazy.
research and I do understand and know that golf is a
Okay.
slightly nice thing.
There is.
Here's what I think
very
about
many good
Wisconsin. I think that the northern part of Wisconsin is very beautiful. My uncle recently moved to Larson, Wisconsin.
Which is the only place of Wisconsin I've ever been.
Yes. It's also one of the very few places I've been in Wisconsin. So I haven't been to very much of Wisconsin. However, here's what I know about history is that Michigan used to be at war with Ohio over a city called Toledo. Let me get through this. Let me get through this. And the Upper Peninsula at that point in time belonged to Wisconsin. And while Ohio was at war with Michigan, Ohio said, "How about this? You take half of Wisconsin, we get Toledo."
Oh.
And Michigan said, "Okay." And Wisconsin was like, and they gave it to us.
How is that Wisconsin's fault?
You're just pushovers.
Wow!
I am. In Wisconsin, I'll give you this. There is it is a breeding ground for pushovers.
That's crazy.
The Midwest nice is insane in Wisconsin. So I'll give you that.
Here's the proof. It happened. It's called the Toledo War.
The Toledo War is a real thing. And in my Michigan history class, it was one of the big...
Michigan history class.
Yeah, I had a Michigan history class in high school.
Crazy.
It was awesome.
Wow.
Would recommend. If you go to Allegan High School, take Michigan history.
Oh, dispute was resolved when Michigan was admitted to the Union in 1837, and the Upper Peninsula
Union.
became part of Michigan. The Toledo War is considered to have been laid the foundation for the rivalry between Ohio and State and Michigan.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, that's the whole reason that Michigan and Ohio have beef. But I don't even care about Ohio in this because they were like, okay, you can. What if Wisconsin though? And we were like, yeah. There's a ton of trees up there. We can make money off of lumber yards. There might be gold. Who knows?
Gold. I've struck gold.
That was a thing. That was the thing. They were looking for gold in those days, and Alaska had a lot and still does. I mean, there's a whole show dedicated to that in Alaska. But
yeah, on
so,
Discovery.
Number 1, Wisconsin has a history of being pushovers. Number 2, you guys pride yourselves on cheese, but almost everybody that I meet from Wisconsin can't have dairy.
That's crazy.
Okay. Here's
Response.
My refute. Okay, so our cheese, the dairy products that we produce, it's not so that we can have it. It's so that the entire country gets to be blessed with, our goodness. The goodness that we produce. It's for you.
What's better about Wisconsin cheese than, say,
Our
Iowa
cows,
cheese?
Our cows are just built different. Yeah. But also, okay, I have friends who are in the cheese-making industry.
Oh.
They genuinely take it so seriously that, the temperatures in the building, the way they mix it, how long they melt the cheese for.
Yeah, I feel like dairy product needs to be picky because it's,
Dairy.
it's fragile.
Is that all
dairy?
I feel like all dairy things should be taken extremely, because if you, it's
some
got to
people just
constantly
drink the milk
be
right out of
cold.
the cow. So how careful do you need to be?
Well, those are hicks. Those aren't,
Those are hicks.
Wisconsin
That was
people.
me at the county fair, 5th grade.
What?
Took it straight from the tape.
No way. No way. That's crazy.
Into the bucket, into my mouth.
Wow.
Full fat milk.
Wow.
What am I talking about? I don't want 2%.
No, 2%. This is 100. Give me that lactose.
So there's my second reason that I beef with Wisconsin.
Fair.
And thirdly, the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I have to.
I can't
As a Michigan,
disagree with that. So.
I can't.
And our old brother R.A., Tyler, used to debate me often. Or
About
not really
the
debate me,
Packers?
but put up a fight about the Packers. And so I took it upon myself to be the biggest Lions fan this kid has ever seen.
And it paid off.
That's
And it paid off
crazy.
because the Lions ended up doing really well last season. And it just, Tyler was like,
Wow. Honestly, the
Unhappy.
Packers, I have always had inner turmoil with them. I was born in New Hampshire, so
oh,
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So
What the heck?
What the heck?
How did I not know
I don't
that?
know football, but I always pride myself just to make people mad on being a Patriots fan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
We watched
I'm really
a
not.
Patriots game the other week.
I really know nothing about football, but it's just
Uh-huh.
to make people upset.
But you like the Patriots.
Yeah.
I like
Wow.
the Patriots.
Yeah.
Thomas likes the Patriots.
True. Our friend Thomas is also.
Maybe Wisconsin just does suck. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Wow,
No,
she
no,
admits
no,
it.
no.
So clip that.
No.
Chat. Somebody clip that.
Chat.
Is this real?
Chat, is this real?
Did she just admit?
No. Okay. So I won't disagree with a lot of what you said. It is true. But like the northern parts of Wisconsin really are beautiful. The western parts of Wisconsin and then the southeastern parts of Wisconsin like are genuinely some of the most beautiful places I've been in the Midwest, because I do think the Midwest is just, it's all right, you know.
Wow.
It's mid. It's whatever.
It's mid, it's whatever. But also, like,
It's not.
I really don't know, like, what the schools are like mainly in Wisconsin, like, as a whole in my area. I know that they're, like, decent, but, like, those are just little logistical things. But
What's your favorite part about Wisconsin?
geographical or, like,
No, just
In general.
in general?
What do you think is the best
Okay.
part of Wisconsin?
I think it would be the homeschool, like, community across the entire state. Like, there are parts, you're laughing at me, and you're like, but
I'm trying.
genuinely, like, I would not have the experience that I did have if there weren't as many homeschoolers. Like, I was able to participate in band and choir and theater and honestly, like, our own classes. And that's not just in our area.
This is true.
It is, like, and Wisconsin is known for, like, being, at least when I was a kid, for being, like, one of the best states to homeschool in.
Yeah, that's so true.
And so,
I did know that.
yeah, that's pretty, like, foundational, like, for me. And although I would have loved to stay in New Hampshire, like, I would not have the experience that I did if I wasn't homeschooled.
Yeah, I feel like I know a lot of people in Michigan that are part of, like, co-ops and stuff like that for homeschool, and there's just, like, not as much around because almost everybody goes to public school,
Right.
or there's not that many private schools where I live either, so it's just public school.
Yeah.
And, you know, not many people are, like, with it enough to homeschool their kids.
Sure. Yeah.
So, and I think homeschool can be really good.
It really depends. Like, if you're in the middle of nowhere, though, and your family is just like, I just want you to work on my farm and not actually have a real curriculum, like, then that's not good.
Yeah.
But I think...
But yeah, I did know that Wisconsin had a large, like, homeschool population. I feel like that's the other thing at Moody is, like, a lot of Wisconsin people
Right.
are homeschooled.
Yeah. Fair.
So...
It's funny because, like, a good majority of the people who came to Moody this year, who were from Wisconsin, I, like, had connections with because they were homeschooled. And, like, I knew of them, but, yeah.
My old roommate was one of the few Wisconsin people I know that went to a public school.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And she said she didn't like it
Yeah.
all that much.
Yeah.
As I remember. If you're watching this, please correct me. But
Can I point this out?
what is this?
The Toledo War.
Toledo War champs.
We should get...
Isn't that awesome?
That's crazy. There's no way there's a shirt.
And it's like $33, which is crazy. But the thing I wanted to point
How many
out,
people have that shirt?
the thing I wanted to point out was this.
We got...
Ohio got this. No, I was talking about this at the lunch table. I was like, okay, Ohio wanted Toledo so bad. Why?
What is Toledo?
Like the Toledo
it's a
strip.
city.
It's a Toledo strip, which is
like a
it's
little
the
chunk
part
of land.
it's the part that's like about midway if you're looking at a map, like the bottom part of Michigan, right here, about halfway
There's
towards
a
the
little chunk
east.
missing.
There's a chunk there
Oh.
that meets with Ohio. That's the Toledo strip. And
What's so magical about this?
I
Nothing.
actually don't know,
Nothing.
but
I've
then
been to Toledo. It's not that great.
yeah,
It's really, I mean, it's not a big loss for Michigan in my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't really know why Ohio wanted it so bad in the first place.
What the world?
But they can have it, to be
What's so
honest.
special about Toledo?
We got beautiful northern Michigan,
real,
which is
real,
gorgeous.
stunning.
And
Oh my goodness.
so I don't really know why.
Oh.
I don't.
What?
What are
Okay,
we looking at here?
so it says in 1836, Michigan and Ohio fought over which state would get the city of Toledo. Toledo is on the Maumee River.
Oh.
Both Michigan and Ohio wanted the area because the Maumee was important to transportation. Once it was
Right.
connected to the Ohio River,
Remember this.
boats could go from Lake Erie to the Gulf of Mexico,
Wow.
which is a
Honestly,
crazy distance.
That's a
I
big-
do remember that because it was huge for like trading and imports.
that's
and,
a big
and
W
Yeah.
for Ohio.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie.
But we got
It is, but it's not like
mean-
we can't still use it. It might be in Ohio, but we were still part of the United States.
yeah, but I mean, yeah,
We're not
Bragging
the United
rights,
States of
actually.
America.
no, for real.
Well,
That's true.
yeah.
Well, thanks so much for telling us about Wisconsin.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me tell you about my beautifully boring state.
It's not boring. It's just disputed, apparently.
Disputed. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Milwaukee?
Milwaukee is getting a little sketch. Like, I've heard, like, I don't know what it's like compared to Chicago,
I
but
feel
there's
like
a lot
it's giving
of
Detroit these days.
yes, yeah, it's getting bad. Like downtown Milwaukee
Mm-hmm.
is a little.
We
rough.
drove through Milwaukee, and I was
Yeah?
like,
What is this place? Where am I?
Oh.
Oh, guys.
We
Guys,
drove
get me
through-
out of
Is this
here.
Freddy Fazbear? Sorry,
we
just-
also drove through Green Bay though, and Green Bay was
Bay's-
very beautiful.
yeah,
Actually, for a city,
Green
I
Bay's great.
it shocked me that you guys had like a big city.
Yeah,
I was
we had,
Oh,
multiple.
yeah. I
You
remember
remember
this
that?
now. Yes.
Yeah,
we were driving
Yes.
through Wisconsin, and I was like, "Are we
What is
in
this?
Chicago?
Yeah.
Like, where?
Where?
What part of Illinois is this?" And my dad goes, "We're in Wisconsin."
Was,
I was like,
was that when you were going through
To
Milwaukee?
"We were going through Green Bay at that point, I think."
I think so. There was
Wow.
hospitals though. That's the part I remember.
Yeah,
but-
then that must have been Green Bay. But
Yeah.
also the little like Door County, the thumb
Uh-huh.
of Wisconsin, she's pretty stunning too.
Mm,
Like
interesting.
lots. Okay, that's another thing. So many hikes in Wisconsin. Like they're not like absolute mountains,
Uh-huh.
but they're really pretty and enjoyable.
I feel like Wisconsin has a lot of great scenery.
Yeah. But
And
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
what professor was it that was like, oh no, it was in my Communicating Biblical Truth to Adolescents class.
Oh yeah.
There was a guy on campus named Evan who was giving his speech,
Mhm.
and he was like, and we had these things, you know, if you're from the Midwest, I don't really know if you know what they are. They're called hills and
Hills.
mountains. And I was like,
That's crazy.
Wow.
that's
Whoa.
insane.
That's so
But
real though.
That is crazy.
But I feel like Wisconsin has a lot of like hills.
It does
large
have a lot of hills.
And
then
valleys.
there's,
gotta
like-
be- Sorry.
There's like there are multiple valleys though, like which are
Yeah,
just
see?
really nasty. Like I don't know, not nasty, just
Nasty.
boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are a lot of hills. I don't know. I gotta drive through more of Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Went
do.
to Detroit once.
There's a
and I
lot of
hated
curvy
it.
roads. Detroit's not the place to go.
Yeah.
Let me just
Not anymore.
Let
It's
me
really
just say.
sad. It used to be one of the biggest, best cities
Yeah.
of
Oh.
like the world.
It's like the fastest
United States.
It's the fastest
In-
collapsing city I think in
I went there for a
More
layover.
More than likely, yeah.
United States history.
I went there for a layover in May,
Um,
and even the airport
the
was
airport's
just
a
like
little-
that was awful.
yeah, we flew out of Detroit airport for my family took a trip to Jamaica
Mm.
and it was
No.
not my
Okay.
fave. I'd rather fly to Grand Rapids any day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
I would rather not fly. I'd rather not fly. Period. I hate planes, but that's for another day.
Oh.
You mean like in spring?
Have me back on because I have beef with airlines and planes. I have a horror story.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
I do
Yes,
too. I have
dude,
several.
we should have done that today.
No kidding.
Plot twist. Plot twist. We hate airplanes.
Yeah, I could talk about airplanes too. Man.
Mhm.
Airplane.
Okay, well
All right. Well,
let's kill it before we.
before we
Yeah.
get into airplanes. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming.
Yeah,
on
thanks
today,
for
Mia.
having me. It was super fun.
Uh,
Enjoyed it.
We have a long list of people to get through before we have you back on. But until then,
Put a pin in the.
we'll put a pin in the airplanes.
For sure,
We'll save it
for
for you, just for you,
Perfect.
for when you come back. So be looking for Mia again another day, another time, another week, and we will see you guys later. Oh gosh,
It's Friday.
you slammed that down. That was so loud.
Stand behind her.
We will see you guys later for another heaping healthy ladle of peas. Bye, guys.